Hey guys, Bob Minhas here from Entrepreneur House, founder of Entrepreneur House, and I'm excited to come back on camera and give another tip. I know it's Friday evening, so I'm sure a lot of you are either partying hard or, like some of us, really getting ready for bed. I wanted to hand out a tip because I thought it was really important to think about what's coming up in the new year. So, we get a lot of entrepreneurs who talk a lot on in the new year I'm going to do something new. In the new year I want to do something really to boost my business. And it's really interesting. What I don't hear a lot from is a lot of my fitness industry business owners or entrepreneurs. So you have these entrepreneurs that are fitness coaches or gym owners, and they're pretty happy because typically what will happen is the New Year's resolutions come out, their memberships skyrocket, and they're pretty good. And then essentially over the next few months you'll see a dissipation in those memberships. And even if they sign them in for a year, eventually a lot of people just sort of quit and give up. So I want this tip specifically to go out to those ones who work in sort of the fitness area or the health and wellness arena, because it's an interesting gap I noticed, and I'll tell you why. So health and wellness is a big thing for me. I'm still working on getting to the place I want to be in terms of fitness, but in terms of mental clarity and the work that I do, I love my health and wellness. I love being able to go to the gym. I love being able to eat well as much as I can. So, it's a really important factor for me. So ensuring that more and more fitness entrepreneurs are flowing really well and really succeeding. So the tip I have for these industry folks is, again, it's January, the New Year's resolutions out, everyone's coming out, everyone's like, I'm going to lose 20 pounds, I'm going to get into shape, I'm going to, fit into that dress or that really tight t-shirt, because, we've seen guys in those tight t-shirts, and so things are flowing. But what they don't think about is how do you keep those clients throughout the whole year? And what's interesting to me is what are the number, I'm going to say, because I'm in sort of the entrepreneur field, one of the most popular people I see taking up this New Year's resolution are entrepreneurs. Because, for entrepreneurs, health and wellness is an interesting aspect, but they also have time for it. Typically somebody who works full-time somewhere, or, especially if they're a single parent, sometimes carving out time for health and wellness is really, really difficult. But for entrepreneurs, they tend to have more of a varied schedule, more of a schedule they can control. So you see more entrepreneurs. So for a health and wellness professional, what I would love to start seeing is when you do these boot camps, so you're selling memberships, but you're also selling these boots camps or classes or whatever it is that you're selling. They're really anonymous. And I'll tell you what I mean. So I'll go out, I'll sign up for one of these classes and I'll go out, and you kind of walk in, so you're really nervous, right? You're always going to feel like the chubbiest person in the room because you're like, oh, it's my first time here, and all these people have been, Jack Arnold Schwarzeneggers forever. So you're kind of nervous and intimidated. You might have some sort of relationship with the trainer or the gym owner that signed you up, so you kind of feel comfortable. But you're essentially in a room with people you don't know. And what I find interesting is you go in there, you kind of set up, you kind of sit in the corner, you maybe set up your equipment, you kick up on the stairs, on the little step or whatever, grab your weights, whatever it is you need to do. But then that's it. You kind of just sit there thinking, oh wow, I hope nobody sees my love handles, right? It's interesting to me that there's not a networking component. And I just want you to sit with that for a second. Fitness entrepreneurs have no problem going to chamber events or other events where there's network opportunities, BNIs, any sort of other opportunities for that. But what I find is they don't integrate that into a lot of what they do. Now, granted, fitness experts are fitness experts. I never question a fitness expert in what they do. But what I do get curious about is I wonder how you can build a more intense, more tight community that will last you more than those 2-3 months of the New Year's resolution if people knew each other better. And I don't just mean go around the room and put up your hand and tell me and say what you do. I'm going to give you an example. And I'll tell you, I had this idea because I saw my gym do it. So I go to a gym in Georgina called CrossFit Anchor. It's an amazing gym. I go there for so much, and there's all these sort of different classes. And one of the classes I went to, one of the instructors, we all kind of sat around. We did the awkward, quiet thing. We're kind of kicking, hopefully they don't, especially for the guys, because typically a lot of the classes there are predominantly women. So you're like, okay, I have to look jacked, even though I'm not jacked. We draw those ab markers, whatever it is. And so what he did was he had us stand around, and half the people knew him and half the people didn't know him. And he said, first of all, I want you guys all to squat. So we had to squat. There must have been probably at least 15 people there. We had to squat, and then we had to go around and talk about what we thought our spirit animal should be. Crazy, right? Spirit animal, what does that have to do with business? Well, it's not just business. It's interesting how you can get to actually know people. So went around the room, everyone kind of shared, this is what my spirit emerald is, and you kind of get, to know someone that way, and it makes it a little less easier the next time you come in. It helps you break the silence. But when you have an entrepreneur, that's networking gold, right? If you have a boot camp where you can actually say, we're going to do a 90-minute, it's probably going to kill somebody. Let's say we're going to do a 60-minute workout, but you're going to be there for 50 minutes working out, and we're going to do a 10-minute networking circle. That would be interesting. And I'd love to see in the new year more fitness entrepreneurs taking advantage of that. Because, if you can get an entrepreneur not only to come out to your class and dedicate that time, if you can show them value by allowing them to connect with other people who may also be entrepreneurs, and don't get me wrong, you don't want them selling. You don't want them bringing their business cards. In fact, I would challenge you as a fitness entrepreneur to tell them no business cards, because I can't imagine where in the spandex it would go. Well, I could, but we don't want to talk about that on camera. But I would love to see that. So, fitness entrepreneurs, if you're watching this video, or if you know a fitness entrepreneur, somebody who owns a gym or what have you, tell them to start thinking about this idea. Tell them about when they do the classes, give 10 minutes for people to actually get to know each other and network. And I'm using the word network, but really it's building relationships. And what you'll find is not only can they actually find commonalities and probably build and bridge relationships outside of your gym, you're going to find that they stick to your gym a lot longer. You're going to find that they're coming back more often, that they're happy to be there, because in their mind, there's some sort of value of not only getting to meet people, but connecting with like-minded people. So that's my tip for the new year. I hope you guys have a great holiday season. And if you stick to the page, and if you want to learn more about what Entrepreneur House is up to, stay in touch.